Pat Buchanan apparently feels a little stronger than I do about Levi Johnston. He doesn't want to leave it there. He wants to resolve this in a different way. Is this funny? Let's watch, see what happens. All right, this is clip number 3.
So Pat Buchanan, take it to Nora and try and pick apart here what's going on, barring what Levi Johnston has to say.
Well, first, with regard to Levi, I think first dude up there in Alaska, Todd Palin, ought to take Levi down to the creek and hold his head underwater until the thrashing stops. Now, let me talk about
Sarah Palin. That's a reality show right there.
Let me talk about Sarah Palin. We have heard, and from Peggy Noonan, that she doesn't appear to have the credentials or the capacity in foreign policy. She's not Zbigniew Brzezinski, no doubt about it. But take a look at the other side of the coin, what was accomplished. Name one woman in America who could have who's raised 5 kids, one of them severely challenged, got a granddaughter that's got a problem, can be thrown into a national campaign, go up on a stage, do the job she did, and drive McCain up into the lead in 2 weeks. Now that is an extraordinary accomplishment politically. Republicans haven't done that since the days of Reagan. There's something there. There obviously is something, as folks say, that maybe she doesn't have the credentials or capacity to understand foreign policy and all its nuances as of now. But there's also something there.
I find that comment so amazing. Let me take it one at a time. First on Levi Johnston. Now, I'm not one to get mad at jokes or anything like that. I think he was clearly joking. I don't think it was that funny. Everybody, of course, on MSNBC was like, oh, you bet, way to go. Yeah, drown Levi Johnston until he's dead in the river. That's awesome. Now, I don't think it's that funny, but I don't have a problem with it. But now, imagine if the roles were reversed and a liberal commentator had said, take Bristol Palin out and drown her in the river until the thrashing stops. Now, what do you think the reaction would have been? All hell would have broken loose. Am I right or wrong? Right? Okay, so let's get that clear. Now, I don't think that joke on Bristol would be anywhere near appropriate. The fact that she's a girl, I think, makes it worse, etc. I get that Buchanan's joking, but let's understand a double standard here. Okay? So now move on to what I think is actually the more egregious comment by Pat Buchanan. Look, she might not have the credentials. Maybe she doesn't understand foreign policy yet. She already ran for vice president. She was already a heartbeat away from the presidency if they had won. And Buchanan enthusiastically supported that. She doesn't know anything yet. But couldn't I say that about anybody in the country? You know, I don't know, Dave Chappelle. Right? Well, he doesn't have a full grasp of foreign policy yet, but he'll pick it up. I bring up Chappelle because it reminds me of his skits on this stuff, but it could be anybody, man. I mean, on the Republican side, I guess it could be Joe the Plumber. He doesn't have a full grasp yet, but he'll learn. Don't worry, give him a couple of years on the speaking circuit, or while he writes a book about how much he knows while he's trying to learn something because he actually doesn't know anything. Or on the Democratic side, it could be anybody. I don't know. Is it Barbara Streisand? But I think I'm not a big fan of Barbara Streisand politically because I saw her once speak at Harvard, and she didn't have her stuff together, okay? But I think she knows more than Sarah Palin. And so cool. I guess we can say it about anybody. All right. I was going to pick somebody here, but it's a joke because the people in this room know so much more about politics and foreign policy than Sarah Palin that it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing for the country because she ran for vice president, and a lot of people voted for her.